Six on line for A between Syracuse and Stony Brook. The starters for Syracuse. Number 22, Jesse Duffy. Number 23, Conley Chester. Number 9, Matthew McEnroe. Number 17, Jack McCormick. Number 29, Eli Pendergrass. And in goal, number 40, AJ Grinta. At the Stony Brook, zero! On defense, number 2, Joey Chazira. His defensive partner, number 14, Tennessee. The left winger, number 11, Christian. The center, number 76, Will Corbin. The right winger, number 28, Kyle Stony. And in goal, number 32, Pete Goldsmith. At this time, please, everyone to rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Syracuse University Hockey Network. I'm Joe Similie. It's a beautiful Sunday here at the Rinx in Hauppauge, New York, as your Syracuse Orange are set to take on the Stony Brook University Seawolves. These two teams faced off last night, and Syracuse took home the overtime victory 5-4. And for the Seawolves, we're seeing a bit of a lineup change. It's a different man in between the pipes. It's now Heath Goldsmith in net. Goldsmith, coming from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, and now in his third season with Stony Brook, will be playing in just his fourth collegiate game. He's played 2 this season, didn't play at all last year, and the year prior played in 1 match. In his career, he has a save percentage of 92.3%. He's allowed just 5 goals in his career. And going up against a Syracuse lineup that was able to take advantage of the Stony Brook defense for 5 goals. We'll see how he fares as we are about to get underway for center ice puck drop. McEnroe against Kormanek for the face-off. It's tied up, and Stony Brook will come away with the puck. They'll take it to their own end. Now gliding into the neutral zone is Valenti. He'll try and get a quick shot up on goal, but a whistle is blown. Just 12 seconds into this one, 19:48 left to go in the first. The face-off on the near dot. That one taken away by Syracuse. Syracuse now trying to work into the neutral zone, and another whistle blown. 2 quick whistles in just the first 18 seconds of this one, as the clock reads 19:42. Yesterday's matchup was a back-and-forth affair. Syracuse took an early lead in the first before Stony Brook tied it up just 3 minutes later. And Stony Brook, the lone goal of the second period, had a 2-1 lead going into the third. And Syracuse struck early with 2 goals in the first minute of the period. Stony Brook retaliated with 2 of their own before Tanner Cole tied things up, sending it to overtime when Cameron Gaffney won Syracuse the game. Syracuse now into the neutral zone, pass broken up by Cormanick. And Stony Brook retains possession of the puck in their own end. Syracuse getting it right back, although some shifty stick work by Sember, able to get the puck back for Stony Brook, and now the puck will glide its way down to the other end, icing towards Syracuse's net. 19:12 on the clock. Face off on the near side of the Stony Brook goal. McCormick versus Cormanick, and Cormanick will take the win. Syracuse couldn't knock it down at the blue line. Stony Brook a 2-on-1 now. Pass across the ice and off the netting. Stony Brook could not capitalize on that opportunity. Syracuse now taking it the other way. Quick flick up at the net, deflected off the pads. And Stony Brook now. Stony Brook going to pull back. Quick little flick at the goal. Knocked away by A.J. Finta, who started in yesterday's contest. Wenrick will flip it up, trying to get it towards the Syracuse goal. Misses wide. Big hit behind the boards. Syracuse in their own end has possession of the puck, takes it over the blue line into the neutral zone, but they will dump and change. And Hyde couldn't corral the puck. Found its way to Mara. Puck is loose on the near boards in the neutral zone. Taken by Syracuse into their own end. Take it around their own net, try to get it across the boards. And Syracuse now working it into the neutral zone, into the offensive end. Now Stony Brook has it the other way, gets it across the blue line, skating. Put a move on, shot on net, missed. Puck now behind the Syracuse net. Syracuse trying to get it out of their own zone. Sloppy pass. Finds way to the neutral zone. Fight for the puck. Right over the center line. Syracuse able to clear it. Now back in the neutral zone. Stony Brook coughed it up to Syracuse. It's Rugg. His shot off the mark. Emery and Rugg, a little two-man game. They cough up the puck. And Stony Brook able to get it into the neutral zone. DiNapoli gets absolutely hounded. Syracuse takes the puck back. Trying to go the other way, pass up to Rugg. Rugg just tries to put it on the goal, misses wide. Emery had the rebound, works it back around to Rugg on the goal line. And Rugg gets tied up on the near boards. 4-man scrum in the corner. Make it a 5-man, and coming away with it was Valenti. Syracuse has it back now. Back to Stony Brook. Fight for the puck. And Stony Brook, 2-on-3 opportunity. Anastasio takes it across the blue line. Pass to Trezera. Trezera takes it across the goal line and gets pinned up against the boards. Puck is loose, middle of the ice. Poked into the neutral zone. Nice little move by Brown. Brown coughs it up to Labos. Puck remains in the neutral zone, now into the Syracuse territory. Stony Brook 2-on-1. Finta got a stick on the shot. Stony Brook shuffling it around the outside. And mishandled at the goal line. Syracuse now into the neutral zone. Puck behind the Stony Brook net, 15:37 left to play in the first. 4-man scrum behind the Stony Brook net. Syracuse comes away with it. Shot from the blue line, gets deflected out in front of the net. Stony Brook trying to forge an attack. Syracuse in the passing lanes. Had an opportunity to catch Stony Brook on a change, but nice stick work by Smith. Stony Brook working it behind their own net. And flipped up and into the rafters. Blown dead. 15:02 on the clock. Stony Brook has put 4 shots on net to Syracuse's 2 thus far in this one. Face off on the near side of the Stony Brook net, taken by Stony Brook. Symone in the neutral zone. It's Cormanick. Sticked away. Stony Brook still in the offensive zone. Poirier tries to put the moves on. His pass can't connect. Puck loose behind the Syracuse net. Syracuse coming away with it. Brandt gliding up the ice. Up ahead to Duffy. Tries to get it back to Brandt. Goes off the boards. Brandt has control. Poor pass goes right to Stony Brook and into the neutral zone. Syracuse clears the puck. Gets some new legs on the ice. Stony Brook working fast now. It's Mara across the blue line on the near side. Mara pulls back looking for anyone to pass to. Nobody's home. Tries to send it around the boards. Fight for the puck behind the boards. And some pushing and shoving. A couple of checks. Jake Brown was sent to the ice and a whistle was blown. And a penalty will be assessed to Robert Hyde. .53 left to play in the first period. So Hyde in the box for 2 minutes. Saw Syracuse score back-to-back power play goals to open up the third period. They started the period 5-on-3, scored a goal in 7 seconds, and then 49 seconds later followed up with a 5-on-4 goal. Face off on the near side by the Stony Brook goal. Puck is dropped, comes loose. And Stony Brook able to clear it. Absolute rocket right around the boards. It's Valenti. The heads up play. 15 seconds already gone on the power play. Syracuse still has it in their own end, now across into the neutral zone. Trying to work it across the blue line. Stony Brook very aggressive defensively, playing very high up at the point. And a whistle is blown around the blue line. Peter Labos pressing up on the Syracuse attack, not letting them get across the blue line. Minute 33 left to go. Face off at the dot, won by Stony Brook. They're able to clear it, put it right on net. Finta knocks it away. Absolute battle in the neutral zone. Syracuse finally able to get across the blue line. Brandt goes around the backside of the net. And his pass gets taken away. Labos now a one-on-one opportunity. And some nifty stick work by Duffy. Breaks up the scoring opportunity. Syracuse has control in the neutral zone. Take it back into their own end. Get some new bodies on the power play unit. Under a minute to go. 53 seconds left on the power play. 12:42 left to play in the period. Body hits the floor. Syracuse still has in the neutral zone. Finally gets across the blue line off the skate of a Stony Brook defender. Puck is loose. Man on the ground diving for it. Man on the ground was Carter Rugg. And Syracuse couldn't complete the pass over the middle. Syracuse still has possession on the goal line. Trying to work it around the backside of the net, but Stony Brook unrelenting defensively. 5-man scrum for the puck in the far corner. Just 12 seconds remain on the power play. And a penalty called as a man hits the ice, and now there's some pushing and shoving and a little tackle in the far corner. 12:02 left to play in the first period. Just 10 seconds left in this power play, although have to see if a penalty gets assessed here. And a 2-minute penalty will be assessed to Cam Gaffney. Gaffney had the game-winning goal in overtime yesterday, so play 4-on-4 for 10 seconds, and then Stony Brook will have 1 minute and 50 seconds on the power play. Face off to the right of the Syracuse goal, won by Syracuse. They try to clear, gets knocked down in the neutral zone. Syracuse has possession. They'll pass back into their own end. And now Syracuse on the kill. And Stony Brook now has it in their own end. Stony Brook into the neutral zone. It's Rinx. Rinx to the goal line. Wraps around the net, takes it all the way back to the blue line. He'll dump off to Hyde. Hyde tries to find a man in the middle, and shot goes wide. Stony Brook trying to push it on the near side. Back out around to Rinx. Rinx floats one from the blue line, misses wide. Rinx has to get on the blue line. Pass around, pass over the middle, broken up. And Syracuse able to clear the puck. Minute left to go on the penalty kill for Syracuse. Finds way back into Syracuse defensive zone. A lot of bodies out in front, and Finta dives on the puck. Heads up play, he was outnumbered. Just threw a body down to the puck, was able to cover it up. So we'll have a face-off, 49 seconds left on the Stony Brook power play, 10:50 left to go in the first. Face off on the near side by the Syracuse goal. Stony Brook wins it. And Stony Brook, errant pass on the blue line, has to reset. 35 seconds left on the Stony Brook power play. Mara takes it back across the blue line. Mara going back around the net. Mara on the goal line, trying to find something. Back to the blue line. Quick shot, couple bodies out in front, and chip shot on the rebound, misses wide. Second shot blocked by Finta. Stony Brook has it behind the Syracuse goal. 10 seconds left on the power play. And a pass and a shot goes wide. Stony Brook looking for one more on the power play, and they will not get it. Syracuse back to full strength. They kill the penalty. And a nice defensive chop out in front of the net by Brown. Another shot gets blocked out in front. Syracuse struggling to gain possession of the puck. Stony Brook get a fresh set of legs on the ice. And Brown, nice stick check. Shot from Stony Brook goes wide, almost to the blue line, kept in by Gorzelnik. Fight for the puck along the near boards, and it gets across the blue line. Duffy able to get across the blue line. Syracuse gets some changes in, but Stony Brook right back into offensive territory. Battle for the puck, and Duffy gets sent to the ground. And there's some pushing, shoving, and tripping in the middle of the ice away from the puck. Anastasio will be charged with a penalty. Anastasio had one of Stony Brook's 4 goals yesterday. Anastasio also had a 2-minute tripping penalty in the first period yesterday. So continuing that trend now with 8:57 left to go in the first. It's Brandt and Sember in the face-off circle. Brandt comes away victorious. Syracuse cycling it around towards the goal line. Back up to the blue line. Syracuse going D to D on the power play. Oh, and mishandled the pass. Jack Duffy was set up on the blue line. The puck just evaded his stick, went right underneath it. And that'll be offsides for Syracuse. 8:39 left to go in the first. Minute 43 left on the Syracuse power play. Face off at the dot. Syracuse comes away with it. Taking across the blue line is Duffy. And it gets sent back the other way. Kormanek takes it across the other blue line, but Syracuse jumps him. 4-on-1 there. .19 left, a minute 23 on the power play. Offside is called. Another face-off at the dot. Ren against Labos. Both players got tied up, still battling for it. And Syracuse takes across the blue line. Shot opportunity goes off the pads. Goldsmith with the save. And puck flies into the netting, out of play. 8:08 left to go in the first. A minute and 11 seconds on the power play. Just the 4th shot on goal this game for Syracuse compared to Stony Brook's 8. Opposite story of yesterday's game where Syracuse was leading in shots on goal. They were able to establish offensive positioning, whereas so far in this first period has not been the case. Syracuse shot from the blue line off the pads of Goldsmith. Shot was from Nordwind. And Stony Brook able to clear the puck under a minute left to go on the power play. Syracuse setting something up behind their own net. Cross ice in the neutral zone. Rugg dumps it, chases, can't get to it, but Stony Brook coughs it up. Rugg pass to a man behind the net. Rugg has it now in the near corner. Syracuse going D to D. Shot goes off the pipes. It was Ren shooting from the blue line. Nordwind to Ren. Ren, another attempt. Swallowed up by Goldsmith. Just 12 seconds left on the power play. 7:08 left to go in the first. Syracuse will get a fresh unit on the ice. Puck drop far side near the Stony Brook goal. 10 seconds left in the power play. Shot from the blue line, deflected by Goldsmith. And Stony Brook now back to full strength. Anastasio goes to the bench. Malik comes on. Stony Brook now trying to form an attack. They get it in the neutral zone. They'll dump and chase. Finta comes out of the net to stop the puck. And Malik almost getting to it, but Syracuse able to recover. A couple players get tied up with one of the officials on the faux breakaway. Syracuse now across the blue line. Dump it down behind the net for McEnroe. McEnroe tried to put one on net. Couldn't convert, and then Pendergrass comes crashing into the net, knocking it off its moorings. With 6:15 left to play in the first period, we are scoreless. Syracuse chipping away at the shot discrepancy. 7 on net to Stony Brook's 8 now. Face off on the far side in front of Stony Brook's goal. Syracuse had it for a second, but broken up by Malik. Now a one-on-one opportunity, and Chestnur and Duffy blitz the puck handler, able to break up the scoring opportunity. They'll try to dump it into the neutral zone. Valenti puts one up on net from the neutral zone. Glove down and put on the ice by Finta. Foot race for the puck heading towards the Stony Brook goal line. Stony Brook able to get to it first. Labos and DeSaro fighting for the puck in the corner. Trezera goes D to D. Having some trouble with it is Valenti. And Labos had no choice but just try and put one on net. That one got broken up out in front of the net. Whistle blown with 5:12 left to play. And it'll be the captain, Connor Chestnur, charged with a penalty. So with 5:12 left, Syracuse back on the penalty kill. Yesterday, Syracuse's penalty kill was very, very strong. They did not allow a power play goal. And they had a couple of kills where they were putting up more shots on net than Stony Brook. Scrum for the puck in the near corner by the Syracuse goal. And a whistle is blown. And we'll go to 4-on-4. Lorenzo Mara to the box. So have a minute 42 of 4-on-4 action, then Syracuse will get 18 seconds to have a power play on. And actually Mara will go to the bench. Anastasio will take his place in the box. So 4-on-4 action, face-off near side in front of the Stony Brook net. Still scoreless, 4:53 left to play. Syracuse comes away with a quick shot by Nordwind. Goes off the pads of Goldsmith. Deep shot, misses wide, goes off the boards. And some pushing and shoving out in front of the Stony Brook bench. Meanwhile, the puck on the near side. Nordwind finds a man, backhand by Duffy, misses. And Stony Brook trying to go the other way. Really nice stick check there by Brown to break up a breakaway opportunity. And then a shoulder check breaks up the shot by Labos. Stony Brook going the other way, it's Brandt. Brandt dumps and chases. Lost side of the puck, gets sent the other way. And Syracuse sends it back behind the goal line. Stony Brook takes it. 40 seconds of 4-on-4 left. Wenrich, nice little deke, poked away by Finta. Stony Brook on the blue line. Missed pass there by Kowalski, and Syracuse has the puck. Wren takes it in the neutral zone, takes it all the way across the blue line. Tried to shake and bake, almost lost it. Retains possession. Vertesh in the game, and he had a beautiful setup there, but Cotto missed the shot. Now Stony Brook taking it the other way. It's Poirier. His shot misses. 5-on-4 now for 8 seconds. And a whistle blown. Just as the power play was expiring, a whistle was blown. And Syracuse will be right back on the kill as Jacob Von Tersch sent to the box. Von Tersch did not play yesterday. He's the extra skater today. He's the only new man in the lineup for Syracuse today. Stony Brook on the other end had a few changes from yesterday's lineup. 2:53 left to go in the period, and 2 whole minutes of that, Syracuse will be on the kill. Puck now behind the Syracuse goal. And Stony Brook working it around to the blue line. They try to go right back towards the net. Pass broken up. Syracuse has it in the neutral zone. It's Brown. And Brown will chuck it ahead towards Stony Brook goal. Just trying to waste time on the penalty kill. Stony Brook in the neutral zone. Rinx takes it back behind the net. And puck is caught in the corner, little battle for it. No one has claimed possession of it quite yet. Now Stony Brook has it behind the goal line on the near side. Trying to fake out the goaltender, put it on net, unsuccessfully crashed into the goaltender, but the puck went wide. Rinx tried to put one on net. Chester got a piece of it. And cleared by McEnroe. 48 seconds left on the kill. 1:38 left to play in the first period. Still scoreless. Stony Brook in the neutral zone. Past the blue line. And Syracuse able to clear the puck. 25 seconds remain on the kill. Puck is stopped by Goldsmith. See once again that Syracuse strong penalty kill unit. Haskins tries to put one up, blocked. As the penalty kill is now expired, we're back to full strength on both sides. 50 seconds left to play in the first period. Anastasio across the blue line, dumps it ahead. Finta pokes it to his man. Pass broken up by Trezera. Still in the Syracuse zone. Battle for it along the near board. Syracuse comes away with it. And Duffy on the deke, got it poked away. Puck behind the Stony Brook goal. Stony Brook plays it off the boards. Shot from the blue line, gloved up by Goldsmith. Some extracurricular shoving after the play. Joe Trezera not making any friends from Syracuse. Although it'll be Ben Brent sent to the box for Syracuse, which is 10.7 remaining in the first period. Syracuse now will end this period and start the next with a man down. Penalties have been an early issue for Syracuse in this one. Stony Brook has been unable to capitalize on the power play, although Stony Brook has put up 12 shots on net compared to Syracuse's 9. 10 seconds left. Face-off won by Stony Brook. They have it at the blue line. They go D to D, shot over the middle. No one home. And Syracuse will clear it, and that will end the period. Scoreless after one. Stony Brook 12 shots on net, Syracuse 9. And the second period will start with Syracuse still on the kill for 1 minute and 50 seconds. Stay tuned here on the Syracuse University Hockey Network. Welcome back to the Syracuse University Hockey Network. I'm Joe Similie. We are about 30 seconds away from second period face-off as Syracuse Orange are tied up with the Stony Brook University Seawolves here at the Rinx in Hauppauge, New York. And just a quick reminder, we will start this period off with Syracuse on the penalty kill for 1 minute and 50 seconds. After a penalty was called with just 10 seconds remaining in the period, Syracuse got into a lot of penalty trouble in that first period. But their penalty kills remain strong all weekend. We'll see if that can continue. Two sides are set to face off. Center ice, puck is down, and Syracuse comes away with the puck. They'll quickly dump it down the ice towards the Stony Brook goal. Syracuse not as aggressive as of a penalty kill unit, but really keen on just wasting time. As Stony Brook now takes it behind the Syracuse net. Dump off pass at the blue line. Going D to D, Haskins has it at the blue line, goes towards the middle. Shot goes up off his own man. Puck is loose out in front of the net and scoots its way over to the far boards. Stony Brook has it. Flip shot from the blue line, misses wide. And Stony Brook will cycle it back towards the blue line. Haskins dumps it down. Now back behind Syracuse goal. Pass out in front. Shot misses. Second shot off the rebound. Gloved up by Finta. A.J. Finta has been impenetrable after giving up 4 goals yesterday. Standing strong here today. 55 seconds left on the kill. 19:05 left to play in the second period. Labos and Wren facing off. They get tied up. Stony Brook has possession on the goal line. Holding it behind the Syracuse goal, looking for a pass. Quick shot from the far side. Gets punched away by Finta, and Syracuse able to clear it. Haskins giving chase down towards the Stony Brook goal. 34 seconds remain on the kill. Haskins takes it. He dumps towards the net. Giving chase is Malik. Malik gets tied up. And puck comes loose along the near side. Pass out in front. Shot missed. And Syracuse able to clear it into the neutral zone. Now into the Stony Brook side. 5 seconds remain on the penalty kill. And we're back to full strength, 5-on-5. Opportunity for Cormanick. He had a pass over the middle. Nobody was home. Puck now behind the Syracuse net. Valenti calling for it on the blue line. Pass out in front, off the pipe. And Syracuse into the neutral zone. 3-on-3. Overloaded on the far side, and Stony Brook takes it away. Malik dumps it into the corner. Big hit delivered on the near side. 3-on-3 opportunity. Nice stick check. Broke up the pass. Valenti has a blue line. No one around. Slap shot misses high. Bounces back around. Trezera. They'll try and put one on net from the blue line. Misses wide. Shot from the blue line. Kicked away by Finta. Fanning dumps it into the Stony Brook territory. Syracuse will get a fresh 5 on the ice. Under 17 left to go in the second period. Still scoreless. Anastasio, pass across the ice. One man to beat, and he misses wide. DiNapoli had a chance. Only man he had to beat was Finta and missed the net entirely. Had Finta lunging, and a Syracuse pass over the middle of the ice gets intercepted. Stony Brook going the other way. Shot on net. Finta punches it down. Second shot, Finta gets a pad on it. And Syracuse able to dump it in the neutral zone. Stony Brook keeping clear possession, but that time a pass hits a changing player. Puck is blown dead. 16:21 remains in the second period. Stony Brook has put 18 shots on net to Syracuse's 10. Center ice face-off now. Ren and Labos. Ren, the victor. Apologies for that, folks. A little hardware issue has quickly been resolved. That time a face-off led to a quick Syracuse shot gloved up by Goldsmith. And we'll do it again, far side in front of the Stony Brook goal. 16:09 on the clock. Pass gets chipped, almost hit the ceiling, came down onto the ice. Stony Brook trying to get it out of their own end, and they do. Stony Brook going the other way. Shot on net, chopped out in front, goes into the boards. Now all alone, shot from Rinx was knocked down. Stony Brook mishandling the pass, they ice it. 15:10 on the clock, still scoreless. Puck behind the Stony Brook net. Syracuse tried to pass in front, got broken up. Chip shot from afar, misses wide. And Stony Brook will ice once again, 14:40 on the clock. Both goaltenders having a standout game thus far. Combined 31 shots, none of them have found the back of the net. Face off between Sember and Brandt. Brandt comes away with the puck. Syracuse will dump and chase. Now battle for the puck along the far boards. Syracuse, wraparound shot. Ben Brandt opens things up with the wraparound. Syracuse takes the first lead of the day. Syracuse also took the first lead yesterday, courtesy of a Carter Rugg goal. That was in the first period, so scoring took a little while to get going, and finally there's a point on the board. Battle for the puck near the Stony Brook goal. Syracuse comes away with it. Puck out in front of the net. A lot of chipping and fighting for it. Stony Brook is able to break away into the neutral zone. Trezera tries to dump and chase. Chesner puts a body on him. Syracuse working it around the boards. Still in Syracuse defensive zone. Malik had an opportunity, took a hit check. Haskins goes D to D. Scrum for the puck near the Syracuse goal. And Syracuse goes off the boards to clear. Haskins keeps it in the neutral zone, dumps it down to the Syracuse end. Stony Brook will get a fresh change. Fanning getting hounded by Labos. Coughs it up to Brant. And Labos intercepts Brant's pass. Labos an opportunity, tried to slide it along to DeSaro unsuccessfully. Mara put a shot towards the net. Shot a little high and into the netting. Cam Gaffney and Peter Labos facing off in front of the Syracuse net on the near side. Labos chipped it by Gaffney. Emery takes it into the neutral zone, passes ahead to Rugg. Rugg sends one towards the goal line. Gaffney and Rugg play catch behind the net. Rugg tries to backhand one to the net. Glove down by Goldsmith. 12:39 left to play in the second. Syracuse leading 1-0. Puck is dropped near side in front of the Stony Brook net. Goes behind the net, four-man scrum along the boards. Gaffney comes away with it. Had a pass out in front to Nordwind. Got taken away. Brown tried to shoot one from the blue line, missed high. Puck evading Brown and now finds its way into the neutral zone. Poirier and Kowalski trying to mount an attack. Pass up ahead to, excuse me, it was Gorzlanik. Gorzlanik couldn't connect. Syracuse going the other way. Now it's Rugg. Rugg to the goal line. Tried to pass over the middle to Gaffney. Got broken up by a skate. Rugg, aggressive defense. Loosens the puck up for Gaffney, who can't get a stick on it. Rugg chops it up. Gaffney to the blue line. Shot on net. Blocked away by Goldsmith. Gaffney, stick check, takes the puck away. Still in offensive territory. Gaffney going around the net. Shot from the blue line, knocked down in front. Shot from Cotto. Couple of bodies hit the floor near the net, and Sabati put one on the net. Cotto will chase. Back towards Syracuse defensive zone. Puck in the neutral zone, back into the Syracuse end. Syracuse tries to advance, pass ahead. Wren giving chase. Stony Brook now going the other way into the neutral zone, across the blue line. Trezera tries to find his man in Kormanik. Gets broken up. Now Syracuse going the other way, but Trezera with the stick lift. And Syracuse dumps it into the Stony Brook bench. Out of play. 10:27 left to play in the second period. Face off far side in the Syracuse board. Stony Brook got a shot towards the net. Right off of it, missed wide. Second shot from the blue line, punched away by Finta. Syracuse working it along the near side, get it in the neutral zone. Pass was a little too hot for Pendergrass. Pendergrass now in open ice, dives for it, gets a stick on it, takes a man down in the process. Broken play for Syracuse. Puck gets chipped behind the net. Pass across the ice. Shot. No good. Under 10 left to play now, 9:51 on the clock in the second period. Face off, McEnroe with the win. Tried to flick it towards the net, missed wide. Brown at the blue line, dumps it down towards the goal line. Nordwin tried to put it towards the net, hit the ice, bounced up high into the netting. Have another face off with 9:36 left on the clock. Stony Brook comes away with the face-off. High pass into the neutral zone. Syracuse sends it back the other way. Icing called on Syracuse. 9:23 on the clock. Faceoff was tied up. Puck finds way into the neutral zone. Syracuse trying to push. Pass up ahead. 1, 2, 3. And Goldsmith got a glove on it. But I believe it might have trickled through his legs, but a Syracuse player knocked the net off its moorings. So we will have a face-off on the near side in front of the Stony Brook goal. Face-off gets tied up. And Poirier plays it behind the net. Brown got a stick on it. And they try to pass back to Brown. That pass gets tipped all the way back into the Syracuse defensive end. Now Syracuse, breakaway opportunity. It's Brandt once more, and he beats the goalie. Ben Brandt, 2 for 2. Was a broken play for Syracuse, but a very heads-up pass from Chris Fanning. Brandt was on the goal line, no one around him. And he deked out Goldsmith. And Brandt has put Syracuse up 2-0 with 8:48 left to go in the second period. Stony Brook trying to work it out of their own zone, get it across into the neutral zone. DiNapoli was calling for it, but Valenti had it taken from him. Gaffney and some pushing and shoving, a whistle blown. And a penalty will go against Ted Valenti. So Syracuse now on the power play for 2 minutes, 8:26 left on the clock in the second period. Face off in front of the Stony Brook goal on the far side. Tied up, Syracuse comes away with it in the far corner. And Stony Brook able to clear it after Aiden Emery got leveled. And Emery, a little ginger to get up, but he will stay on the ice. Chestnut takes it across the blue line, jumps and chases it himself. Over to Emery, working around the outside. Duffy, Brandt works it over the middle, down to the outside, to the blue line. Chestnut has it, looking for something to open up in the diamond. He's got Duffy over the middle. Puck is loose, bodies all over. There's a scrum, pushing, shoving. Oh, and a tackle. Somebody's got put in a headlock down by the goal. Referee's trying to sort this out. There's 1:07 left on the power play, 7:33 left in the second period. The Stony Brook goal just full of human bodies at the moment. And now everybody back on their feet. Everyone seems to be okay. Appears though no further penalties will be assessed. No harm, no foul. Face off on the far side of the Stony Brook goal. Stony Brook has it back behind their own net. Syracuse pressuring on the boards. Puck gets cleared in the neutral zone, now all the way into the Syracuse defensive zone. Nordwind has it behind the Syracuse net. 50 seconds left to go on the power play. Syracuse has tied up the shots on goal discrepancy at 22 after trailing heavily in the first period. The second period has been all Syracuse. Wren's shot misses high. Syracuse working it behind the net. Back to Wren, front of the goal line. Wren sends it back along the boards. Wren looking for something to open up. Nordwind back to Wren. Down on the goal line. Trying to make a play, gets poked away. 8 seconds left on the power play. Puck gets stuck on a skate. And back to even strength. Penalty killed by Stony Brook. Puck still in the Stony Brook zone. Either team has been able to maintain control long enough to clear, and right on cue, Stony Brook's got it. It's Cormanick. His shot gets gloved away by Finta. Syracuse trying to go the other way from the neutral zone. Cook puts it on net. Stony Brook will take it out of their own end. Whistle blown. 5:49 left to play in the second period. Face off on the near dot. Syracuse comes away with the puck. Trying to advance it along the far side. Missed the stick of McCormick. Syracuse has it now. Cotto trying to work it along the boards behind the net. Sabati puts one on net from the blue line. And Goldsmith able to glove it down. He'll sit on it. Whistle blown. 5:26 left to play. Face off near side in front of the Stony Brook goal. Syracuse battling for it. Stony Brook able to clear into the neutral zone. They might have numbers. Breakaway opportunity. Has a man over the middle, and he gets absolutely leveled from behind. Mara had an opportunity over the middle of the ice, right in the slot. He's got taken down from behind. So penalty will go to Eli Pendergrass. Syracuse back on the kill for the next 2 minutes. 5:10 left to play in the second period. Askins at the blue line. Dumps it down to the near corner. One-time attempt whiffed on by Poirier. Puck gets cleared down to the Stony Brook goal. In the neutral zone. And pass over to Haskins on the blue line. Haskins couldn't keep it in front of the line. Stony Brook has to reset. Haskins gets sent to the ice trying to advance the puck. Stony Brook working it around the outside. Cycling around the Syracuse diamond. One-timer off the pads. Missed. Stony Brook keeps trying to set up Poirier. First time he whiffed on the one-timer. Second time got a stick on it. Not enough juice. Now Poirier going to take it across the blue line. Down through the goal line. Going around the world back to the blue line. Pass over to Nakagawa. He had a sick goal yesterday, and that time off the top bar. Stony Brook shuffling it around, and Robert Hyde had an opportunity, whiffed on it. Hyde has it now. His shot right into the glove. Finta, cat-like reflexes. Goes up and away to make the grab. 3:24 to play, 15 seconds left on the Stony Brook power play. We'll have a face-off in front of the Syracuse net on the near side. Puck is dropped. Tied up. One man all alone on the far side. His shot gets blocked. Was DeSaro. 5 seconds left on the power play. Hyde shuffles it around to Wenrich. Wenrich gets a shot on net. And there is a lot of pushing and shoving after the whistle is blown in the near corner. 5-man scrum. Finta knocked the shot down and then sat on it. So the power play is over. 3:09 left to play. The officials now conferring over penalties to be assessed. Ben Brandt went to the box for Syracuse. And it looks like William Cormanick in the box for Stony Brook. Officials still conferencing over it. There's 3:09 left to play. Syracuse up 2-0 in this second period. Stony Brook 28 shots on goal to Syracuse's 23. Officials now conferring with the available captains. Cormanick, one of the captains, currently in the box, so it's Joe Trezera taking the conversation with the officials for Stony Brook, and of course Connor Chesner for Syracuse. So the penalty on Cormanick for 2 minutes, but for Syracuse has been Brandt. It's a major 5-minute penalty. Brandt has scored both of the goals for Syracuse, and he'll now be sitting in timeout for 5 minutes with 3:09 left to play in the second. That will carry over to the third period. So we'll have 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, and then 5-on-4 for an additional 3. Now the officials conference with the coaches seems to not be pleasing anybody. But it looks like we've figured out the situation and we're almost ready to go. Face off near side in front of the Syracuse goal. Syracuse comes away with it. Chesner advances to Gaffney. Gaffney takes it in the neutral zone, has it poked away. Gaffney still trying to stay on it. DeSaro giving chase for Stony Brook. There's a battle for it behind the net. It's loose and it comes near the goal, and heads up play by Finta, just putting a glove on it when nobody had eyes on it. Brandt's penalty was for contact to the head and game misconduct. Going the other way, Syracuse put a shot on net, gloved up by Goldsmith. 2:39 left in the second period, 1:30 left on the penalty to Cormanick, 4:30 left on the penalty to Brandt. Face off in front of the Stony Brook goal, won by Cook. Syracuse trying to keep it in their offensive end. Battle for the puck behind the net. Puck slides over to the goal line, taken by Stony Brook. Stony Brook not showing a lot of urgency at the moment. Errant pass there in their own end. Potentially dangerous. Now Stony Brook working into the neutral zone across the goal line. Deke by Labos, fooled one man but not another, and Finta able to glove it down. Whistle's blown, 2:04 left to play in the second period. Face off near side in front of Syracuse's goal, taken by Stony Brook. Oh, and Poirier gloves down the chip shot, and Finta slides to the crease. Big block by AJ Finta. Syracuse called for the icing. .143 left in the second period, 34 seconds left of 4-on-4 before Syracuse takes a 3-minute penalty kill. Face off near side in front of Syracuse net. Syracuse regains control. Dumped into the neutral zone, taken back by Stony Brook. Stony Brook over the blue line. Working the far side, going around the net. Syracuse Stater lost his stick. It's Nordwind. Nordwind fighting for the puck with his stick still on the ground. Nordwind finally reclaims his stick as the puck goes elsewhere. It's near the blue line. Anastasio dumped down to the goal line. One shot miss. Second shot gloved up by Finta. Have to give credit to Nordwind there as well. Little kneel block in front of the net. And that will end the 4-on-4 action. So now Syracuse, exactly 3 minutes left to go on the kill. 1:09 left in the period. Face off far side, Syracuse's zone. Shot immediately goes on net. Finta immediately gets the glove on it. 1:05 on the clock now as that one's blown dead. Another face-off, same spot. Syracuse able to clear it. It's a foot race. Cole giving chase. Cole's got it. Cole now pinned against the boards. 4 Seawolves surrounding Cole and finally able to break it loose. Syracuse tried to pass the blue line, evaded the stick of Sabati, and now the puck behind the Syracuse net. Sabati getting pinned against the boards. Fight along the boards still occurring. Stony Brook able to clear it from the boards. Now working it towards the blue line. Dumping it off to the far side. Shot gets blocked out in front. Cotto fighting for it along the boards. Gets passed out to the goal line, or the blue line rather. Hyde has it. Goes D to D with Henrik. Henrik's shot blocked by the foot of Sabati. And that will do it in this second period. Syracuse takes a 2-0 lead. But when we come back, they'll have 1:51 left on the penalty kill. If that sounds familiar, it's not just deja vu. That's exactly how they started this second period. And they'll have to do the same in the third. Stay tuned. We'll be back before the third here on the Syracuse University Hockey Network. Welcome back to the Syracuse University Hockey Network. I'm Joe Similie, and your Syracuse Orange are ahead 2-0 against the Stony Brook University Seawolves here at the Rinx in Hauppauge, New York. We're moments away from center ice puck drop to begin this third period. Syracuse on the penalty kill for the first minute and 51 seconds of this period. Stony Brook now takes it into the neutral zone. big hit delivered along the far boards. Stony Brook trying to cycle it around the diamond of Syracuse. Syracuse attacking higher on the point than we've seen so far this weekend, and Syracuse almost able to clear it. Puck is knocked down at the blue line. Stony Brook working it around the outside. Now down to the goal line, looking for a hole in the middle. Quick shot from the far side gets shot up and into the netting. Play is blown dead. 59 seconds left on the kill. 19:08 on the clock. It was the fatal 5-minute penalty of Ben Brandt, who scored both the goals for Syracuse today. Picks up the major penalty for game misconduct and contact to the head. Face off far side of the Syracuse goal, won by Stony Brook. Stony Brook to the goal line and off the stick of Cormanick. Syracuse giving chase on the puck into the neutral zone now. And offside is the call. .44 seconds remain on the kill, 18:53 left in this game. Face off at the dot, Stony Brook takes it. Poirier in the neutral zone. And a beautiful stick check from behind from Pendergrass. Under 30 seconds left on the kill for Syracuse. Stony Brook trying to work the puck around. Syracuse takes it away, flip it up, and clear the puck with under 20 seconds left to go on the kill. Some fresh legs come on the ice for Syracuse. 10 seconds left on the kill. Stony Brook in the neutral zone. Across the blue line and broken up by Sabati. Nice stick work as we are now back to full strength. 5 men on the ice for Syracuse. Rugg on the ice. Puck is controlled by Poirier in Stony Brook's defensive end. Sloppy pass, but recovered by Stony Brook. Syracuse pressuring the puck, and Stony Brook finally able to get it into the neutral zone. They'll dump and change. Finta shoots the puck forward with the stick. Errant pass gets intercepted. Stony Brook, high shot, misses. Cormanick picked off the pass and had a man up ahead, but an errant shot from DeSaro. Scoring opportunity thwarted. Face off on the far side circle in front of the Syracuse net. 17:30 on the clock. Won by Stony Brook. Quick shot from DeSaro, misses wide left. Puck finding its way around the board. Syracuse trying to get it out of their own end, and they do, into the neutral zone. McEnroe, wrister, punched away by Goldsmith. Stony Brook now in the neutral zone. Trezera had an opportunity, had it poked away. Syracuse flicks it back into the Stony Brook zone. Caught the stick of Valenti. Stony Brook now in the neutral zone. 1-on-2 chance. And DeSaro gets doubled and coughs up the puck. Syracuse will dump and change once again. High pressure from McCormick, playing right at the Stony Brook goal line, trying to prevent them from clearing this puck. And Malik takes it across the blue line. Malik having some trouble staying on his skates, then gets pinned up against the boards by Nordwind. Errant shot gets tipped up. Poirier getting pressured at the blue line, and a whistle blown. Syracuse was arguing for the last 30 seconds that the net had come off its moorings. Play was not blown dead until the puck was already back to the blue line. So now that will be fixed. Face off near side in front of the Syracuse goal. 16:07 on the clock. Syracuse still leading 2-0. Puck is dropped, tied up, and cleared by Syracuse. But iced. 16:01 on the clock. We'll do it again. Puck is dropped near side. Syracuse skater has found himself without a stick. Little chip shot over towards the net by Rinx. Gets swallowed up by Finta. .15:48 on the clock. Once again, face-off near side in front of the Syracuse goal. Puck is dropped. Quick shot over the middle, blocked by Finta. Broken stick on the ice. Belongs to Sabati. Puck finds its way out towards the blue line. Haskins puts one on the net. Gets blocked out in front. And Syracuse into the neutral zone. It's Cook. Cook fighting for the puck, loses possession. Big hit delivered to Rinx. And Stony Brook goes off glass, gets into the neutral zone. Syracuse quick to recover. Ace Duffy trying to pass it ahead to Cook. Back in the neutral zone. Duffy had a man in Gaffney, but it went between Gaffney's legs. Stony Brook now going the other way. And Mara had an opportunity, fell to the ground. Puck now loose into the neutral zone. Cook couldn't corral it. Pass ahead will go all the way down to the Syracuse net. Finta comes out to play it. And Syracuse will try and take it the other way. 14:39. Dumped down by Emery. Rugg tries to send it back the other way. No one home. Emery giving chase, and Stony Brook now sending it back along the boards. Puck loose in the neutral zone. And Gaffney pokes it free. Emery tried to dump it for Gaffney. Gaffney was not ready. Stony Brook has possession. It's Poirier. Poirier in his own end. Pulls back. Dumps off. Kowalski tried to pass it ahead. In the neutral zone, puck gets flipped up. Smith gloves it down. And a whistle's blown. We'll get a face-off center ice, 13:54. Syracuse wins the face-off. They'll dump it down the boards. Puck on the goal line, lots of sticks trying to vie for it. Stony Brook comes away into the neutral zone. Nice deke, pass up ahead, over the middle, and Trezera couldn't get the stick on it, and Trezera gets laid out against the boards. Syracuse had an opportunity to get numbers, but could not regain control of the puck in Stony Brook's defensive end. Syracuse steals a pass in the neutral zone. It's Sabati. Puck now loose along the near boards in the Stony Brook end. Goes behind the Stony Brook net. Stony Brook, couple passes across the ice. Hyde. Nice little deke across the blue line. Hyde, shot, misses high. Now back to the Syracuse goal line. Puck is loose. Finta out of position. but recovered by Chesner. And Duffy tried to get a quick shot in the other end, gloved up by Goldsmith. 12:34 on the clock. Stony Brook has put 37 shots on net. Not one of them has gotten by Finta. For Syracuse, 26 shots on net. 2 have gotten past Goldsmith. Face off to the left of Goldsmith. Taken away by Stony Brook, but nice little poke check keeps it in the Stony Brook end. Fanning chips one at the net. Goldsmith punched it away. Puck comes loose. Wren giving chase. Keeps it in front of the blue line. Dumps it down the boards. And Duffy gets it stolen from him. Labos going the other way. Shot on net. Misses high. Puck in the neutral zone. Nordwind trying to control it in his own end. Ahead to Duffy. Duffy takes it across the blue line. He'll dump. And Goldsmith will reach out behind him and glove it down. 11:14 on the clock. Nordwind, shot from the blue line, misses high and away. Syracuse trying to cycle it around. Massive hit delivered by Emery on to Mara, and Mara gets his comeuppance on Rugg. Puck behind the Stony Brook net, pass over the middle, gets taken away. Hyde trying to take it into the other end. And Brown able to stop his momentum. Rugg has it in the neutral zone. Gaffney to Cotto. To Sabati, who gets absolutely leveled trying to clear the puck. Gaffney has it poked away. Shot by Sabati, gets blocked in front of the net. Trezera. And whistle blown with the puck along the near boards. And it'll be a penalty on Gaffney, so Syracuse once again on the kill. Gaffney getting a 2-minute timeout. Cormanick and Wren in the face-off circle, near side in front of the Syracuse net. Cormanick emerges victorious. Pass to the far side, man all alone. Rister misses. Stony Brook working it down to the goal line. Near side, back to the goal line. Back around the net, back to the goal line. Shot is in the net. Net came off its mooring. Syracuse arguing the call. And that one from Justin Nakagawa, scored a goal in yesterday's contest. And Syracuse, for the first time this weekend, unable to kill the penalty. 2-1 the score now. 10 minutes and 4 seconds left on the clock. Face-off is down. Syracuse has a man the other way. Shot on net off the shoulder pad of Goldsmith. McCormick had a good look at the net, couldn't convert. Syracuse now applying the pressure in Stony Brook's end. Battle for the puck near the blue line, went into the neutral zone. Syracuse has to reset. They'll dump. Battle for it along the far boards. Syracuse comes away with it. Pass over the middle, got knocked down. Ill-advised pass by McCormick there, had nobody over the middle except for a Stony Brook defender. Stony Brook going the other way. Poirier stops on a dime, pass ahead, pass over the middle, nobody home. Anastasio couldn't find a teammate to convert. And a whistle blown on a hit along the boards. And the penalty will go against Anastasio. So now Syracuse back on the power play. They had a pair of power play goals in the third period in yesterday's contest. See if they can channel some similar magic. Syracuse holding a 1-point lead despite a 11 shot on goal discrepancy. Stony Brook has put 39 shots on net to Syracuse's 28. And yet Syracuse leads 2-1. It's a 2-minute penalty for Anastasio. Puck is along the far boards in the corner. Syracuse comes away with it. Shuffling it to the goal line, to the blue line. Syracuse going D to D. Working around to the near side, near the circle. Pass to the goal line, pass out in front, misses the man. Duffy stays with it. Pass over the middle, goes off the pads of Goldsmith. Syracuse stops in front of the goal line. It was Duffy with the great hustle play. Duffy now pass across the ice. Pulled back by Chesner. Chesner pass behind the goal. Duffy had an opportunity for a slap shot, but mishandled the puck and coughs it up to Stony Brook. Under a minute left to go on the power play. Mishandled by that unit. Stony Brook holding it behind their own net. Then they chuck it down the ice. Right on goal. Finta puts a stick on it. Syracuse setting up behind their own net. Working towards the neutral zone. Dump it down across the blue line. And Stony Brook able to clear it off the boards. Back down to Finta. 15 seconds left on the power play. Syracuse into the neutral zone. Errant pass. Wenrich got a piece of it and then got a stick knocked away. Gaffney now across the blue line. Gaffney gets tripped up on the shot. Battle along the boards. Couple bodies hit the ice. Still fighting along the boards. We're back at full strength. And finally, Stony Brook able to get it out of their own end into the neutral zone. Dump and chase from West Ebony. And Syracuse errant pass in the neutral zone gets chopped up towards the Stony Brook goal. They will change. Poirier into the neutral zone. Poirier showing off the speed and away from the puck. A Syracuse player gets tripped up and a whistle blown. Looks like the call was offsides. No penalty assessed, although both teams having conversations with the officials. Unhappy with how physical the game has gotten. 5:50 left to play. Syracuse leads by 1. Syracuse has it in the offensive end. Stony Brook tries to clear it. Nice jump save at the blue line. And then absolutely leveled. Robbie Sabati jumped up, saved it from going over the blue line, and then got nearly pushed into the Stony Brook bench. Managed to stay on his feet. It was Cormanick that tried to shove him there. Cormanick now with the puck in his own end. Pass ahead to Hyde. Hyde can't get a stick on it. Syracuse has it now in the neutral zone, but slipping up on the ice is McCormick. Stony Brook will dump. Syracuse trying to clear, but can't get a clean hit on the puck. Going around the world is Mara. And Syracuse able to come away with it into the neutral zone. Stick check. And Wren gets sent to the ice. 4:43 left to play. It's a pile up on the near boards. Puck comes out. Nakagawa had it, and a whistle was blown. Face off on the dot. Taken by Syracuse. From the neutral zone, Nordwin put one on net. Goldsmith knocked it down with the glove. 4:25 left to play. Stony Brook trying to mount a comeback. Nakagawa takes it across the blue line, gets laid out. Stony Brook trying to get it out of their own end, kept in by Duffy. And Mara tried to lay a big hit on Duffy. Mara went down, Duffy stayed on his feet. Labos now, 1-on-3 into his own offensive end. He'll pull back to the blue line, go all the way back through the neutral zone. Stony Brook will change. 3:45 left to go. Stony Brook chasing one. Stony Brook has pulled the goalie. Now going 6-on-5. Aaron pass gets away. Rugg. Oh, and a whistle is blown. Rugg had a chance to put Syracuse up 2 before the whistle. He had 1-on-none in an empty net. .335 left, and a penalty was assessed to Syracuse. So now they'll play 5-on-4, face off in front of their own net, and could be seeing 6-on-4 if Stony Brook pulls the goalie again. Face off, puck is down. Fighting for the puck. Emery whiffed on it. Puck goes skied into the air and stays in the Syracuse offensive zone. Goldsmith stays put between the pipes. Wenrich from the blue line gets knocked down by Finta. Second chance, Finta stands strong. Hyde was right in front of Finta, and Finta did not let him pass. .139 on the power play for Stony Brook. 3:14 on the clock. Syracuse leads 2-1. Face off near side in front of the Syracuse goal, won by Stony Brook. Trying to work it along the near side. Hounding defense by Syracuse. Pendergrass getting his stick involved. Back behind the goal line. Overloaded on the near side. And pass over the middle, couldn't find anybody home, and it will roll all the way back into Stony Brook territory. 1 minute and 5 seconds left on the Stony Brook power play. DeSaro takes it into the neutral zone, going fast. All the way to the goal line. Tries to stop and pull back, hits the deck, and Syracuse clears. 50 seconds on the power play. Stony Brook holding it behind their own net, trying to set up a play. They'll take it out into the neutral zone. Past the blue line, Labos tried to go back to Mara, missed him. 25 seconds left on the power play. Haskins has it at the blue line. Dumps it off to Mara. Mara loses the puck. Finds a man. Poirier across the ice, and the puck will roll all the way back into Stony Brook territory. 5 seconds left on the power play. Stony Brook in the neutral zone, pass it back into their own end. Back to full strength. Penalty killed by Syracuse. A minute and 30 seconds left to play with Syracuse holding a 2-1 lead. Stony Brook still working behind their own net. Now advancing into the neutral zone. Haskins dumps. Goldsmith stays in place behind the pipes. Syracuse has it, although mishandled. And Fanning able to pass ahead to Nordwind. And Nordwind tries to clear but ices. Icing called on Syracuse, 1:06 left to play. And Stony Brook will call a timeout. A minute and 6 seconds left. Stony Brook has put 43 shots on net to Syracuse's 28. And Syracuse holding a 2-1 lead. Stony Brook coming off of a scoreless power play. Just 66 seconds to tie things up and avoid the weekend sweep. Whistle is blown. Timeout is over. Players are returning to the ice. Syracuse a 1-goal lead with 66 seconds left to play. If Stony Brook can establish possession, have to imagine Goldsmith comes off the ice. And check that, Goldsmith will actually not come on the ice at all. They're going to start the face-off 6-on-5. Kormanek taking the face-off for Stony Brook. And Syracuse will retaliate with a timeout of their own. We'll be back in just a second for the final 66 seconds of this game. Welcome back to the Syracuse Hockey Network. I'm Joe Similie. 66 seconds remain in this game. Syracuse a 2-1 lead over Stony Brook. We'll have a face-off in front of the Syracuse net on the near side. Stony Brook has emptied the goal. They're 6-on-5. AJ Finta between the pipes for Syracuse. 43 shots on net for Stony Brook, just 1 goal. Stony Brook wins the faceoff. Cycling it around the blue line, they go D to D. DeSaro hits a man on the goal line, whiffs the one-timer. Puck comes loose. And puck gets cleared. It's going down the other way. It's a foot race. Jake Wren has possession. Stony Brook net is still empty. Wren fighting for it in the near corner. Stony Brook able to poke it away from him. And Stony Brook will go the other way. Cormanick taking it into the neutral zone and coughed up that time by Nakagawa. Wren lost a glove. Stony Brook at the blue line. They get it across. Pass broken up by Cole. Shot in front of the net. No good. Puck is loose behind the net. Couple of bodies fall down into the boards. And there's some pushing and shoving as whistles blow with 19.9 left to play. Get the net back on its moorings. Less than 20 seconds to play. Syracuse 19.9 seconds away from sweeping the weekend. This has been a much greater defensive affair than the 5-4 game yesterday between these two squads that went to overtime. $15 shot on goal discrepancy, 43 for Stony Brook, 28 for Syracuse. And yet Syracuse with the 2-1 lead. Face off in front of the Syracuse net on the far side. Stony Brook net is empty. Puck is down. Pass to Wenrich on the blue line. Shot blocked by Finta. Syracuse will try to clear. Wenrich knocks it down at the blue line. Puck is loose. 4 seconds left. 3 seconds. Final shot. Gloved up by Finta. DeSaro put one on net, and Finta put it down. Still 1 second on the dot. So we'll have another face-off near side in front of the Syracuse net. Puck is down, and Stony Brook won't get a stick on it. Syracuse wins 2-1. They sweep the weekend. Stony Brook put 45 shots on net, and A.J. Finta stopped 44 of them. Syracuse just 28 shots on net, got 2 to go, and Syracuse comes away with the weekend sweep on the road over Stony Brook. And it was Ben Brandt who scored both of the Syracuse goals and then was ejected from the game at the end of the second period with a major penalty for head contact and game misconduct. But Syracuse was able to prevail defensively. Thank you all for tuning in to the Syracuse Hockey Network. My name is Joe Similie. I hope you all have a wonderful Thanksgiving week. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, and we'll catch you next time here on the Syracuse Hockey Network. Syracuse wins 2-1.